We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and off we go from Tampa. Returning from his end zone is Barner. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
Here we go. Here we go. Edo Blue. On the ball.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Returning from his end zone is Barner. And just shutting him off there. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
He finds his man, complete. It's Rose. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
A gain of 42 yards on the play. And the Panther first down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To throw, Young. He's going to let this one go deep. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 14-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, here's White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Bucs add 8-3 now. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd down and 8.
Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now they're setting up the wide receiver screen here on the right side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Carolina defense. Coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cummings. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
That one goes for 30 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Young. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
4-yard gain on the play. First down, Carolina.
Ready.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try to keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Black Ultra.
Young. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Young to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left early in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Opting to run again here with White. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Come on.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now a 2nd and 2. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this is going to be a Bucs 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Bronco 80.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Cummings. He completes it right side to White. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd.
Come 19. Panther 11.
Operating from the gun, Cummings. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ready! Check it.
Now back to the ground game with White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Tight. 19 tight.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
70 ranges. Street. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10.
Panther 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got Booker. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So defensively, they let the play stand. They'd rather have the down as it'll bring up 4th. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it Young is intercepted for the third time this game. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And his guys have got him back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Riggs.
To throw again, Cummings. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Cummings. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His 104th career touchdown. One shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Returning from his end zone is Barner. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Okay, ready?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Powering his way forward. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They keep it on the ground right again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Trap 60, trap 60.
On third down, Cummings. And that will be incomplete.
Let the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That throw by Young incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. They've got his man complete. A big play there for Carolina. 48 yards.
And the Panthers' 1st down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Here is Young. That is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't ready up to the end because they've thrown big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Young to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
1st down, Panthers.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Young. This to Hines on the drop-off. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now we get to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Now Young. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Panthers 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Check.
They start the drive with White, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw. Cummings. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Looking to throw. Cummings. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Cummings. That is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Escapes the defender. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Young working out of the gun. And this one is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches
don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
At the 38-yard line.
Shut up!
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4.
Rig alert, rig alert. Go.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready, set.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the 1st down on that one?
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have. And what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing, Young. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open.
but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Got it. Ready?
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Cummings. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
In motion, the tight end.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
To throw on 3rd down. Cummings. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that pickup on the 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Street.
Going right side is White.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Hurt. Right there. Hurt. Riggs.
They'll try the right side here with White. And he is going to have the Bucs first down. Earl Smalls on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Tampa Bay, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.